welcome to chapter 26. We're really motoring through now, and this is another short little chapter, so join me for this one. We will carry on. So here we are, chapter 26. So another nature reference. We've talked about the seasons passing before as well, so that adds to that consistent theme of nature there. It was a close, sultry day devoid of sunshine, but with the sky too dappled and hazy to threaten rain. And our place of meeting had been fixed at the guide stone by the crossroads, so that rural sense being created there by Bronte as well, and more of the kind of pastoral feel. We've got a herd boy, a little shepherd boy there, who works as a messenger. Mr. Linton, we're just on this side of the heights. That's not really a very good accent there. And he'd be much obliged to us to gang on a bit further. It's like Joseph Jr., like a little mini version of him. But Catherine is Cathy, we should say, just to make it clearer. Obviously, the younger Catherine, she's going to be meeting up with Edgar Linton because of this little romance that they've got going on. Then he bid us keep on Grangeland, and here we are off at once. So this bit is, we'll turn our horses' heads round, then we reach him, answer my companion, our excursion shall lie towards home. So that means they don't have to lie to Edgar Linton about meeting up. So if the horses' heads point back towards the Grange, we're not really going too far then, and then that's fine. So that's how we can do it. Our excursion shall lie towards home. So maybe that's ironic because of lie there, maybe as well. Then when they find Linton, I didn't say Edgar Linton before, did I? I did say Linton. Yeah, Linton Heathcliff. I'm afraid even I get confused sometimes. I don't think I said it. I don't think I got it wrong. So this is obviously Linton Heathcliff. Then because he's such a weakling, he's not really very far from Wuthering Heights itself. So they're going to be really pushing Edgar Linton's guides of how they should meet up to the real limit here. Then he walked so feebly and looked so pale that I immediately exclaimed, "Why, Master Heathcliff, you are not fit for enjoying a ramble this morning. How ill you look!" So there's the continuing theme of illness as well, which we've seen. He's very weak. There's lots of words, obviously, of connotations of weakness and illness here as well. Remember when Linton Heathcliff said his idea of paradise was to just kind of lie down and there's just a few little bees buzzing around and everything, and it's very, very passive view of nature. So this actually is an anaphoric reference back to that, going back, not the same as like anaphora as in the normal version, but different form as in going back to something earlier on in the text. So remember, that was his idea of heaven, that very passive of nature there as well. There's a bit of a theme as well in the novel, which we've not really mentioned so much, but there is a sense of appearance versus reality as well, and deceit and lies. And we've got another one here where Linton tried to say, "Don't make out that I'm really ill," especially when you go back to his uncle Edgar Linton. "Tell uncle I'm in tolerable health, will you?" He's worn himself out just by walking on a hot day. He's hardly a quarter of a mile from his own front door, so that's completely pooped him out because he's a sickly young man, isn't he? Here he wants Cathy to put on a more of a pretense of effectively of not being as wimpy as he actually is. Don't sell Heathcliff that I've been extremely silent and stupid. Don't look sad and downcast as you are doing. He'll be angry. I care nothing for his anger. That's a useful comparison there between the two young people here, their attitudes towards Heathcliff, where Cathy has got that strong sense of defiance. She's not intimidated by Heathcliff at all, where obviously Linton Heathcliff is, and there's a inversion of typical gender stereotypes there, isn't there? You could think of it like that. We've got the young woman is prepared to stand up, where Linton Heathcliff can't. I do, is in caring for his anger, said her cousin, shuddering. Don't provoke him against me, Catherine, for he is very hard. As he's obviously very tough and violent and brutal. In the panic here, I thought I heard my father, he gasped, glancing up at the frowning nab above us. You were sure nobody spoke? So Bronte conveys a sense of panic there. There's the interrogative sentence there as well. Look at this. He's really intimidated by his father. Look, the tears gushed from Linton's eyes as he answered, Yes, yes, I am, and still under the spell. So more magical connotations here, supernatural connotations, metaphor. Of the imaginary voice, his gaze wandered up and down to detect its owner. Cathy rose. For today we must part, she said, and I won't conceal that I've been sadly disappointed with our meeting, though I mention it to nobody but you, not that I stand in awe of Mr. Heathcliff. So again, we have that deliberate juxtaposition between her defiance of Heathcliff and Linton Heathcliff's overwhelming fear of his father. Hush, murmured Linton, for God's sake, hush, he's coming. So that also reinforces that as well. And so we left him, scarcely conscious of our departure, so absorbed was he in anticipating his father's approach. So that's effectively how the chapter ends, and they go back home and they have to massage the truth a bit with Edgar Linton, but there you go. So that was a short one, but I hope you enjoyed that. I think the main message there is just the emphasis between the difference of Cathy and Linton, as in, you know, young Cathy and young Linton Heathcliff, and their attitudes to Heathcliff, and a bit of inversion of typical gender roles and gender stereotypes. And also you see a little bit of their response to nature as well. But anyway, that's the main thing for that one. Thank you for joining me. That was just short and sweet. Join me on the next one. Thank you very much. Have a good day, whatever you're doing. Or night, if it's night time. Have a good night. Goodbye.